Hello everyone. I'm very happy to meet with you all, at least online for now. And as much as I want to learn about each of you, and I thought you might also want to know a little about me. So here is my short introduction. And I'm a professor of soil science in the Department of Soil, Water, and Climate. And my office is located in Bolauho in St. Paul campus. As you might tell from my name and my accent, and I was born and raised in Seoul, South Korea. I left the country in 1997 for my graduate work at UC Berkeley. I still feel I'm deeply rooted in Seoul because my parents are living there. And it is also the city where I meet my old friends. And I also feel most comfortable when I speak my mother tongue Korean. Looking at the photo of this booming city with a population of 10 million, and I wonder how in the world I came to appreciate soils and lands enough to study them as a professional scientist. And frankly, that still remains as a mystery to me. As far as I can remember, the first time I perceived my surroundings as lands and soils was when my grandfather died. And my grandfather, who died when I was 7 years old, was buried in this public cemetery that you are seeing in this photo. It is on steep mountainsides and close to Seoul in Korea. In Korea, they often say they go to mountains when they actually visit their ancestor tombs. With the high density of tombs and roads and other facilities on these steep terrains, landslides are quite common. I remember in the next monsoon season, my father was worrying about grandfather's tomb being washed away. That is also when I saw a soil for the first time. The mountain was underlain by granite with full of dark minerals called biotite. And iron from the biotite had been oxidized, which made the soil bright yellow-red. The color was imprinted on me when I was only 7 years old, but I still vividly remember the bright orange-red soil into which my grandfather's coffin was being laid down. I'm not saying about this, to say that experience got me interested in soils or lands. It never really occurred to my mind until much later that they could be objects, soils and lands could be objects of a serious scientific study. I went on to study physics at Yonsei University in Seoul. And similar to what is happening currently in Hong Kong, and college and university students in South Korea at the time were deeply engaged in transforming the country into a place where democracy and human rights are respected. And this photo shows students with the masks to protect themselves from police's tear gas. And this photo was taken at the Yonsei University, which I attended. And I was not a consistent nor a diligent member of a students' activism. I was sort of in and out. But the experience and observations led me to stay involved in several grassroots organizations on environmental issues. And that ultimately led me to a decision to study ecosystem science and focusing on soils. And outside of my work, I enjoy most of my time with my 3 children. I have 3 boys and one in college, one in high school, and one who just started in elementary school. We hike and camp a lot, and our favorite destinations are North Shore of the Lake Superior and the national parks in Utah and Arizona. And once a school teacher asked my oldest son, what is science? And he answered, and scientists play with the dirt and collect rocks and worms. And that is precisely what I do. And thank you for listening to my introduction, and I really look forward to getting to know each of you through this semester.